Over on the community, it's Mike here, and today I'm going to show you what I picked up from recent record fair. But before I do that, I've got a confession to make. I made what is quite honestly a schoolboy error. It's record fair 101 basically. It's a cardinal sin, and I don't know why I did it or how it didn't occur to me that this was a bad idea, but I did it anyway. So I was rummaging through a few crates, at one of the stalls, and I came across a really lovely Peel Sessions EP, and it was a wedding present. So, I love the wedding present. I collect Peel Sessions EPs, so it was a no-brainer. I was going to buy it, but just then I got a tap on the shoulder, and it was a guy I hadn't seen since last April. In fact, I've only met him once. And I was next to him in the queue for Record Store Day last April. So we stood there for a while, we had a bit of a chat, and then he said, yeah, shall we go for a coffee? And I said, all right then. So instead of buying the wedding present EP, I put it back, went for a coffee. Of course, 20 minutes later, I came back and, well, you know what had happened, don't you? Somebody else had nabbed it. So quite honestly, I think I need to give my VC membership card back because it really is a basic error, isn't it? But anyway, apart from that big disappointment, I did pick up some pretty decent stuff. So let's get on with what I did get. So first off, some singles, and there you go, Adam and the Ants, Deutsche Girls. I don't think this was ever really intended to be a single, but Deutsche Girls featured on Derek Jarman's incomprehensible film Jubilee, and I think by popular demand it ended up being released as a single. So there it is on the EG label, and as you can see, you got the B side there, which is Plastic Surgery. So I didn't have this already, so I was really pleased to get that. So that was one thing. Then next up, this single by Johnny Moped. Johnny Moped still going after all these years. So in fact, I think they released a single just in the last week, but this one is from 2018, and as you can see, it's called Hey Belinda, and the B-side is Hiawatha, and it's on the Damaged Goods label. So there you go, nice red vinyl. So yeah, I like Johnny Moped. They still haven't lost it after all these years, so that was really good. Right, and then I found this. There you are. It says Peel Sessions, and it's the 20th of November 1979, and it's The Addicts. Now, this is a Peel session, but as you can see, it's a 7-inch single. And the reason it's a 7-inch single is because it's a bootleg. But it plays really well. Here's the inside. There you go. That's the trademark for the Clockwork Orange makeup there. And this is apparently a limited edition. It's number 199 out of 300. Came with this as well. A nice photo of the band, and there it is. So as I say, it is a Peel session, but it's not a Peel session because it's a bootleg. It's not on Strange Fruit. I believe it's Russian. Right, now next up, a band that I didn't know. Sort of like the cover of the single. In fact, it's an EP. It's Crosswalk EP, and it's by a band. As you can see, they're called Last in Line. So I thought, yeah, I'll go for this. It's pretty good. I mean, these guys are from the States. I'm not sure. I think I wrote it down where they're from. Yeah, no, can't. I didn't write it down. Anyway, they're from somewhere in the States, and that's it. So that's the label there. Nice bespoke label. So it's got Crosswalk, this band, Label Me, Redneck Rampage all on side A, and I Quit, Our Time, and Sore Throat, Rock Disco. And it's on the Use Your Head Records label. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm glad I bought it. It doesn't play terribly well. You have to turn the volume up quite a lot to get the most out of it. But you know, it's good. Now, this one, Swedish hardcore punk, Sound of Disaster, SOD for short. And I'm not really sure about this. I think it may be a bootleg because it's it's an EP, um, and it's called Lager och Foreld Niga, I think. But anyway, it's it's great stuff. And I've had a look for this on Discogs, and all I can find is a cassette version of this. So you know, there's no Matrix number on this. It's a white label, so I reckon this is a bootleg. Again, it plays well, but you have to turn the volume up quite a lot because again there are quite a few tracks on here. In fact, there were 3, 6, 7 tracks on one side of 7-inch single, and 5 tracks on the other. Mind you, some of the tracks are less than a minute, so it's not quite as cluttered as it may seem. So those are singles I picked up. Right. Now, anyone that was going to punk rock gigs in the late 70s, early 80s would almost certainly have seen this guy. He supported everybody that was anybody. John Cooper Clarke, the Bard of Salford, and nowadays Dr. John Cooper Clarke, after he got his honorary doctorate in English literature, I think, at Salford University. And this is a fantastic album. It's from 1981, and quite honestly, it's a bit of a greatest hits. If you know John Cooper Clarke, we've got I Married a Monster from Outer Space, I Don't Want to Be Nice, Valley of the Lost Women, 36 Hours, and The It Man, all on side 1. And on side 2, there's some absolutely brilliant tracks. Kung Fu International, which is about Johnny getting beaten up outside a Chinese restaurant one night, a Chinese takeaway one night. Then there's Twat, which is so funny. And then Majorca, pronounced Majorca. Bronze Adonis, which is a bit of a rant against keeping fit, or people who like to show off their bronze bodies. Gimmicks, and the brilliant Beasley Street. So this was the time when he started having a musical backing track, and it was the Invisible Girls. The Invisible Girls was basically sort of formed in order to back John Cooper Clarke. But of course, when Pauline Murray left Penetration, she made an album with the Invisible Girls, which is sort of self-titled Pauline Murray and the Invisible Girls. So there you go. Really, really happy to get this album. Love John Cooper Clarke, and he's still on the circuit. He's still going around reading his poems, and he's absolutely lovely man. Brilliant. And talking about lovely people, the late and lamented Kirsty MacColl. And this is her album Kite. And tracks on here are Innocence, Free World, Mother's Ruin, then Days, which everyone will know, which is the what am I saying? Yes, it's a cover of Kinks song. Then we've got No Victim, 15 Minutes, then the brilliantly titled Don't Come to Cowboy with Me, Sonny Jim, Tread Lightly, What Do Pretty Girls Do, Dancing in Limbo, The End of a Perfect Day, and You and Me, Baby. And this was released in 1989, and it's an absolutely brilliant album, and I got it for next to nothing. Right, now a bit of prog, and this one from 1973, and it's it's Faust and the Faust tapes, and there's just two tracks, one on each side, and as you can see, it's on the Virgin label, and this was an album that was released really to introduce Faust to a British audience. They're a German band. They're a bit sort of krautrock experimental band, and it's apparently sold 60,000 copies, but it never made the charts because it was sold at the budget price of 49p, which was the price of a single at that time, and it was therefore disqualified from being in the charts because it had that unfair advantage. So there you go. I paid more than 49p for this, but I didn't pay very much at all. So I was really, really happy to get that. And finally, not a Peel session, but still a BBC session, and this is Sandy Shaw and the Janice Long sessions. And this is a lovely EP. So we've got side one, we've got Frederick, which is a Patti Smith song. Then Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? Stephen, You Don't Eat Meat, which is an absolutely awful title for a record, but this is about the time that she was with Morrissey, and Morrissey sort of told her that he was a big fan and everything, and I think this was trying to repay the compliments, but it really doesn't do much for vegetarianism, I don't think. And then Girl Don't Come. And as I say, this is a Janice Long session. Janice Long was a DJ in the 80s. Not really a fantastic DJ, but nevertheless, she did play some decent music. And like the Peel sessions, it's on the Strange Fruit label. So that's what I picked up at the November record fair in Leeds, and as I say, I was a complete idiot and didn't pick up a wedding present John Peel Sessions EP, and I regret that for as long as I don't have it in my collection. But there you go. Until next time, see you then. Bye.